Hi, my name is Mary Schumann. I am a realtor in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and every week I post videos about all things real estate and life in the Twin Cities. If this is your first time here and you're interested in real estate and life in the Twin Cities, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and then the little bell next to it, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. If you're thinking about buying a home and you want to learn about the process, you can download my free home buyer's guide. I'll put a link in the description below. Do you need a large down payment to get a home? Today I'm going to talk about FHA Down Payment Requirement and why this might be the loan for you if you don't have a large amount of money to put down on a new home. In addition to that, if you are in Minnesota and you're interested in down payment assistance, contact me and I can help you find resources on that. Minnesota offers up to $15,000 in down payment assistance. So it's a great resource if you're looking to get into a house and you don't have that large down payment. What is an FHA loan? Well, an FHA loan is simply a loan that is insured by the federal government, and it enables people without a lot of money or with less than stellar credit to get into a home in a less expensive way. And the price that you pay for that, the catch, is that you have to get something called PMI. It's required on all FHA loans, and that is private mortgage insurance. You do not have to be a first-time home buyer in order to get an FHA loan, and I'm going to give you the requirements of an FHA loan right now. It's billed as little as 3.5% down, and that's true, but you should plan to have about 6% of the purchase price of the home available, because you'll have that 3.5% that you'll put as a down payment, and then an additional 2.5–3% that would go toward closing costs. Now, in Minnesota, often we get the sellers to pay about 3% in closing costs, but they are not obligated to do that. So if you have that money available, it just strengthens your ability to purchase that home. What are the requirements for an FHA loan? Well, one is that they need to verify your income, and they prefer to see 2 years employment, hopefully in the same field. So they're going to ask for pay stubs and verification of income. The mortgage amount that you are able to borrow, the payment on that needs to be less than 35% of your income and less than 48% of your mortgage payment plus any other debts. So if you have a car loan, a credit card payment, a student loan, they're going to add up all those payments plus your mortgage payment, and if it exceeds 48%, you will not be eligible. In another video, I talked about things that you could do to get ready to buy a home, and one of those was paying down debt. Another thing you could do is consolidate debt so that you have one payment at a relatively easy interest rate, and just make sure that you're always on time. Check out the Home Affordability Calculator, and it's going to tell you if you can qualify for an FHA loan based on what your payments are today. One of the other qualifications that they like to see is 2 lines of credit. So if you have a student loan perhaps and a credit card or a car payment, they'll look at those 2 lines of credit and check out your payment history and make sure that you are a qualified risk. That's my term. And then your FICO score. Your FICO score is the credit score that lenders use to determine whether or not you're credit worthy. And you can get a hold of that, your annual free credit report, where you can look out there and see what things are maybe pulling your credit score down, what things you could pay off, maybe things that you have paid and need to dispute. So that is free. You can get it every year. One of the last qualifications is how much you can borrow. In 2020, they have changed the amounts that you can borrow. In the Minneapolis metro area, you can borrow, this is the loan amount, up to $382,950 on a single family home. So that's a pretty large amount to take on as a mortgage. You have a lot of options, especially if you were to be in the northern part of the city or the suburbs. That could buy you a lot. Then there's even a better option, in my opinion, is if you wanted to do a home hack, which is this idea of buying a 2-family home and moving into one side of it and renting the other. You can borrow up to $490,250, And then they would account for that rent on the other side as part of your income. And you could, depending on your situation, if you get into the right one, be paying most or all of your mortgage through the rent on the other side of your house. It's a good way to get your foot in the door and, build some wealth. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this was helpful to you. Have a great day.